Today we are going to stream on YouTube and Kick today, and we're gonna do a little testing of my new Fallout 4 load order. The internet's not cooperating too well, so it won't be able to stream on Twitch or Rumble. So we're just gonna do what it's letting us do. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. You know, I left off testing or checking out Diamond City to make sure it was all set up. So we're gonna jump back into that and finish checking everything. There's some other things I need to check out to make sure the visuals on everything are working properly and things are showing up like they should. I'm running a lot of mods, and so when you're running a big load order, you want to make sure that every mod is where it needs to be to run properly. And some mods require to be at the bottom of the load order, and some can float about, but a lot of times mods that modify the world spaces, they generally like to be at the bottom of your load orders. That way they can override any existing references to those same areas that are referencing back to vanilla or so. I am probably over encumbered, so we're gonna do that. Yep, there we go. I have probably a bunch of stuff on me, that's why I was testing. I'm over encumbered. Yep. I am level 0 right now, so or probably more than that, but I'm not saving this character. I'll be redoing it. What's no Peril? Peril's right. Just basically what you start off with. Some other things. We got Heather over there. We got one of the dodo boys standing in the water. Yeah, he's a big dum-dum. Just look at him. Or dog me. He's taking a little swim. Dogs, you expect to do that. Where's the other? Where's the other little dumb? No, that's his problem. So, we'll give everyone a little quick tour here. This is a Diamond City that I have modded up myself and created. I used an older mod that they already did some changes to Diamond City. And the mod's no longer supported, and they gave open perms if you give them, you know, recognition. Well, I'm not publishing this for my own use, but as you come into Diamond City, this is pretty much your outlook. And yes, it is a bit foggy today. The weather settings in my game are very few sunshine days. It's mostly overcast, foggy, rainy, radioactive stuff. Gives it a kind of dark.
I buy and sell. Just put up everything you got and see if we can make a
I
deal.
placed a little area right over here. These are traders. That one is, yep. That one, we're just not gonna look that way. I think one of my outfit mods isn't working correctly, and that's just happening over there too. That's why I'm going through and testing things. So I'll have to make sure that they have a proper outfit, because I don't know why they are showing up naked. Oh, there's the other guy. So these are a couple merchants. One's over there, doesn't have her clothes on right now. and they're here 24/7, so they're open 24/7. So you can come over there and pretty much do trade with them. I don't know why that other person right there has no clothes on. So as you come in, things were added to make Diamond City look a little bit more built up. It is, to me, it didn't seem, for as long as it's been here, it should have been way more built up than it was. Yeah, it should have been way more built up. So what I did was I did a little modify to the player home, exterior and interior, which we're about to take a look at right now. On the outside, I decided to spruce up the area because the NPCs in Diamond City do use this a lot. So, I added in a few other touch-ups to make it look a little better. This is one of my reloading benches I made. It allows you to make different ammos and such. And I placed it right out here, so in the beginning of the game, I placed these in various areas. Now this mod is on Nexus.
Hey,
It's part of my Fallout 4 survival. I think that's, I can't remember, it's been a while. Fallout 4 survival mod of mine. It's on Nexus. This is a part of it. Lets you craft ammos and stuff like that as long as you have the perks and everything to do so.
To everyone, except Synths. No Synths
And I
allowed
placed
here.
in various parts of the world, just as you would find chemistry benches and the other workbenches. That way the player didn't have to worry about building them right away. They're all located all over the place, including military bases, so they're the #1 places.
Self-prescribed chem is recommended by me, myself,
We're going to go in here in a second. Now, up here, I've added a lot more up here, so it looks a little bit filled in, and we'll get up there soon enough. I expanded a lot more so that it would, that's not what I wanted. So, playing too much of the other games, that happens. So we're gonna go in here, and I totally redid the home plate, and it was supposed to be like a factory or something like that in the beginning, or a big warehouse or whatever it was, and I thought, you know what, so, and yes, in true standing, like many of Bethesda's interiors, it's not to the same scale, and that's fine, I'm alright with it. I'm using it, so it's not like I'm posting this on Nexus or anything, so I've done a few changes, like I changed my workbench blue. I was tired of the red ones. I like to, dang, get out of my way. Come on, I'm trying to look at this. I was tired of looking at the same. Now this is not set up like the normal player home. You can build pretty much anything you want in here. Let things load. Or not. Yeah. That's just taking a while. It's being difficult. I have so many. Like I could go for days. I don't know why the icons aren't showing up. Maybe it needs to load somewhere. So testing is all about. Let me take a second and pause this a second so that I can go over here and check something real quick. And okay, everything looks like it's running smoothly so far. let's just take this right here. And we're gonna go back to here. Take that. No, 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 that's not what I want. I want it right here. Perfect. That way I can see everything. Everything. That's why I don't miss anybody's messages. One of my chat windows popped up. Not that there would be anybody in here anyways. I just started streaming after a long time, and I only really streamed on YouTube. So, here, let's get back to it. Alright, so I expanded this out to be more like a warehouse. It is gigantic. I am not done in here yet. I still have some more lighting issues to deal with. Around. So it pretty much has everything that the player home had in it. I didn't take nothing out. I just left the debris in there. Whatever came with it. I've expanded the area. I got an idea from another mod, so I built it the same way because I thought the way they built it looked pretty cool too. So I thought, you know what, I could do something like that easily, and then that way I can. But I went a step ahead. I went in and let's get right here, and then I added in a lift. So that I could do a basement level, if you will. I could have a basement. And yes, you can send the companions or whatever here. I'm pretty sure that that's the way it's set up. It's not set like a player home. It is set up like a settlement, so I redid the workshop for it, so that it would. Let's go up here. Yep, let's go up here. I don't know why the footsteps are so loud, but alright. And as I said, all this stuff is still here. I left this and modified it a little bit. That way you still had like the initial bed and everything set up. And then, yeah, come all the way up here. Now that is the way out. So, we're going to do a little magic. Then we're going to fly up here. Okay.
No way to pick this.
No way to pick that. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay. So up in the trailer, I thought, you know, because this is pretty bland that you had this up here and you really couldn't do much with it. So what I did was I added some windows into it, some glass. You can kind of see a little bit of it sticking through right there. Not much you can do about that. It's because the trailer is curved and the window is. I had to decrease the size on a little bit to make that vanish. But hey, we're using assets. So I gave myself a cooking station, chem station. Yeah, we all know what that is. And then a mixing station up here. And then I can come out onto my deck. Chill up here. Chill down here with some barbecue going on. And you come over here. I like Doji's got this one right here. And then if you come down over here, this goes over to here, garden, but down there, Doge has another set up there, so in case he wants to chill back here and not be up that way. I give him oh. Yeah, that is that. Alright, here we go. over here I put, got a little chilling area right here. Chill out. Have a tall one or whatever. And threw in some
Hub of
plants
trade
for the
for
player
Wall
to pick.
Diamond City right here.
And then some water up here for you to get a hold of. Plenty of carrots and all that. Nice grain. Little workbench. Double door. I don't know why that's double door. That's strange.
Shop in safety. No sense allowed at the surplus.
Got a little, yeah, I'm not sure why that there's two doors on there. That's weird. I'll have to check that out. 'Cause I don't remember putting two doors on there. So that was our little tour of the player home there. And then, so what I decided to do was,
Don't let the stress of life kill you.
I wanted
Relax
Diamond
with
City
some
to look
kids.
more built up.
Buy and sell
It was
everything
such
to
the
everyone,
great green
except
jewel. They
sense.
talk
No
about all this
sense allowed
stuff, and
here.
they talk about, you know, all these people here, you know, and making a big
I
thing.
hear
They
there's a
got
bar in the old theater
their own
district that's for
police
raiders only.
district and everything
Combat
else
zone.
and all that.
Stay clear if I
So,
was you.
Hairstyles from across the Commonwealth.
utilizing some of the assets from the other mob, they just basically put a bunch of empty. They put a bunch of empty buildings on top and made it look more filled in. They didn't put access to some of those doors. Well, I pretty much changed a lot of that. So like
A
up
dangerous
here,
look about you.
you can see
Hope you
that
ain't hitting me.
they have this here just to fill it. But there's no. They had no entrance to it. There's no entrance to it. It's just a filler building. And so I was like, all right, you know, that's whatever. We'll head up here to the thing where I had modified. I'm not done up here yet. I had plans to do some stuff that after the mayor has been found out or whatever and all that, but I was like, you know what? Nah, I ain't going to that much work. But I spiffied up the place a little bit. One day I'm sure someone will do something like that where they make a
Funny business
new
around the
mayor
mayor.
and whatever. Yeah,
Got it.
yeah, yeah.
There's a
I'm
no
like,
movement about any of this synth not.
So what I did is I spiffed the place up a little bit, cleaned up all the garbage, because you wouldn't have garbage piled up here in an office like that. It wouldn't happen. Threw on some glass. Yeah, you can shut those too and all that. And then these are a set of my custom office dividers that do not have broken glass in them. I was so frustrated with that I was like, and that mod is on Nexus also, for you to pick up, and my Discord. Most of my all of my mods are on my Discord, but only so many of them are on Nexus. Some of the ones like this that I've modified, I keep those on my Discord. That way, there's no, I don't have to deal with any issues. Even though the mod had open firms on it, I just don't bother. But I spiffied this area up a little, made it look a little bit more like, you know, other office workers were in here. And then I actually, this was all blocked off, and I merely just changed this doorway and copied what they had built over there and made it almost identical, where you'll have, dang it, wrong button again, to see if these, and I just put a couple rooms in here to, that for future, you know, gonna put some stuff in here. I was working on this mod pretty much over a year ago, so it's been a long time. I had things in real life I had to take care of, so I just never got around to finishing things because I got preoccupied. So other mod, they kind of had this come over here. And so they had the nice little tucked up hallways, which was kind of cool, I thought, because it makes it feel a little bit more cozy, if you will. Kind of cool. You got these little tight hallways and stuff like that. And then I finished doing out the rest of it to make it a little bit more cozy, if you will. The lighting I had to tweak so that it looked just right, and then a lot of the doors and stuff I've added to places so it wasn't just a bunch of buildings with no doors like they just put that around like that. See, like, that's both, these are the backside of those up there. Come down here. There, you see the bar down there. We normally, cook residence. Adam there. And then this comes all the way over here. It gives you access to quite a few more doors. Yeah.
Now a swatter.
Yep.
That's a
And the
real
guards do patrol this
Talk to
whole
Mo
thing,
Cronin.
this whole area.
He'll
It's all
fix you
been
up.
renab meshed. Each one has NPC to them and stuff you can do. Splits you can take like this. I mean, it just makes it seem a little more realistic than what they had it. To me, I mean, it's all about the atmosphere. So, I mean, Diamond City before did not feel lived in whatsoever, and now it actually feels lived in. I mean, this is one of those things that, yep, where it's like a coffee shop that isn't open or whatever right now. I find that that's getting done up, and that'll have someone also. As you can see, and then I tidied up and removed a lot of the trash and whatnot. So, and then in my mod, when I did all this, I originally had, get out of there. I originally had another mod that made Diamond City into a settlement, and then I soon found out that because of the way the workshop and everything is set up, it would mess with the NPCs, and you would have mini battles going on. So I restricted this back corner right here, and then I took the collision walls and I pushed them back. So like literally you can come up here and you can come all the way up into here now. Now I did put walls up back here so that you couldn't see out and you couldn't really get out. And the collision walls are behind those, but that was just for sight purposes. And at one time, part of Diamond City had burned down, and this is where they put a lot of the debris and garbage was in this back corner. And so this is where they've cleaned up so far to make more settlement, like the rest of it. And that's where this workshop comes in. And it does work. You can set up shop here and do your things. I would not suggest building artillery in here. Not at all. Most settlement workshops will allow you to do that. Just don't do it. Not in interiors. Bad thing. So, that's over here. And the access to that is pretty much through over here. Oh, this big pipe's in the way, but you get the gist. You can pretty much access that by coming right over here. Right here. Right here. You come right out. Trash and all that's been removed, so you can. And then, as we come over here, this is the back side of the player home over here. You come through
Oh, wow.
Now,
Good call.
again, more buildings were added on to make this feel more lived in. Now, we got chill spaces back here, and this would be like the poorer area back here. Your alleyways and whatnot, compared to the front side where main everybody comes in. So this is pretty much how Bethesda had their people set up with the mattresses and stuff right on the ground, just like, yep. I know we cannot see, so. And this is also how they have that set up. So when I did my editing to it, coming this way, I put a bunch of props. I put all the beds underneath the walkways, and out of the mud, I put plywood down, I put stuff down. Is this supposed to be like for homeless people, I guess, or something? I'm not sure, people that don't have housing, but you know, there's a whole lot of, you know, there was a whole lot of space before the rest that was added that would make it look like, you know, why is there just living there? So yeah, you'll have a bunch of people who are, you know, not that well off. I mean, the mailman, that homie, you know, he pretty much just delivers the mail and probably hits the bar. So what I did was I enclosed this space a little bit more, put some roofing over, put a little more space stuff in here, like they would have to stash some of their belongings and stuff up. But they also grow their own stuff here. But, that's weird. That texture's off. I didn't change that at all. Wonder why that's like that. That's weird. I'm clicking on something. Oh, the other concrete mods, maybe? Oh, I put a bunch of corn in here, and I put a bunch of different foodstuffs and other things they would naturally grow. Like, you would grow things here in these spots. It was already kind of like farm plots here in a way, and I just made it a little bit better. And then I threw in a bunch of hub flowers for everybody to pick. Who doesn't need some more hub flowers, right? And then...
Don't bother, pal. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't heard nothing.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check that one out. It wasn't like that before, but that's why we're doing testing. Definitely why we're doing testing. We got the play area over here for the kids. They had like 2 cows over there, like the largest, whatever. Now, look at all these cows we got over here. Man, there's so many cows over here now. And this is the Diamond City Ranch, so the butcher shop. And they got food troughs now. They got watering troughs. What's the food? Got watering troughs right there. Water, even you can drink out of it. What? That's where it's going to go up. The cows got their own little area over here. I don't know why this gate's open, but alright. Put that back down. And here's their crops that were over here. I added a bit more to it. Felt like it needed it. Also something else that in this mod that should have been there before. Look, it's not sealing to go into the garbage can. Yes, no. And then we come over here. I didn't exactly follow the walkway, but you can see one of our Minutemen shows to wear clothes today. There must be something with one of the outfits that's conflicting, because there are sure a lot of people that aren't. So I posted some Minutemen right here. So there's a few Minutemen that will be stationed here, and they'll never move. They'll just sit right here at this intersection. And essentially what they're doing is they're here to protect the radio station, the water,
Huh?
you know, the water purification area, and then the player's farm. This is a small little player home. much as this nighttime looks pretty good. Give you a better look in the daytime in a minute. So this is the little player home that you can do some building in. We're gonna be, hey Doge. So this is a, excuse me. This is an asset from another modder who gave me permission to use his laptop. I can't remember their name offhand. I do have it clearly marked within the mod on my Discord, but they have this mod up on Nexus, and they have open terms for it. You just got to ask for permission. Well, it's you're allowed to use it. It's a modder select resource type deal, but I got permission anyways, just in case. They have a laptop that they had set up, and I made it into a workshop. Pretty much, it's just a player home workshop. It's not really set up. You can't send people here, but you can build stuff here. So there's already a pre-built-in type of fireplace area because this is part of a cabin. I just redid the ceiling and everything so you couldn't see through to the outside. I fixed it up and modified the mesh a little bit so that, and added a few pieces when I was placing it down so they would, this is just like a little area if you wanted to that you can put a bed and a few things and call it good. That's if you didn't want to have, you know, a great big,
Hey, partner.
big going. What's up, Heather? And then when a Diamond City story first come out, they come out and it just had the diamond, and that was it. That's
Hi,
the
how
mod
are
I
you?
use with this, because the other one conflicts with a lot of things because they develop more things within Diamond City and with their own
Yeah.
limited. I didn't want to do that. It's a big load on the PC to have what they had going on. And to do everything else I wanted to do on the exteriors and everything, it was a big issue. And lighting too. So I just kept using this one, where it just gives you the diner. This is the first one. The first version they did. And
Huh?
I use that one with this. This is a separate mod, but I'm running it in this playthrough also. Because it fits so well. It came out right here. And I was like, that's perfect because it comes right on the outside of my farm right here, and it just fills it in so nicely. Just like a lot of the other stuff.
Yes?
Now, when we come over here, come back over here, I added some more lighting in, but I didn't want to add too much lighting in. I only wanted to add it to certain places, like that, there, and there. Now, we did out the play area a little bit. One second. about that. The dog was being needy. Alright. I'm back here. Alright. Oh, just a overheating puppy dog that needed a fan. I'm being emotional about it.
Been the good neighbor?
Alright, here we go.
Old ghouls and chemheads all over.
And of course I didn't set my chat window back up. There we go. Not that anybody's in here anyway. Don't matter. Here we go. Alright, we'll go up into this section. I built out this section myself all over here. Now, the other mod had a thing over here, but I moved it over there because I did not want it where it was. And, get out of my way. I need to get that mod to shove people out of my way. Oh. Helps if I can, walk properly. Just that. So this goes through here. And go, that went to the normal way where you go to the Doge and all that. And then this comes up to my armor place, and then this is the other place I moved. It's the Red Sea. It's got a bunch of, yeah, there's an interior to that. I'm not going to go into it right now. I gotta finish. I'll have to check that out off stream, because, yeah, reasons. We have different doorways to go to different places, but this one over here is mine. This is one I made. Oh, dog sometimes. This interior, I did myself. I gotta tweak out the lighting a little bit more. I gotta lower this lighting in here, so it's not as bright. These two right here, so it's more of a blue environment. This is my little greenhouse that I made up. Little sprayers going. Got some melons you can harvest. The only problem about having so many companions, they're all in your way. The melons, the mushrooms. Yep. So walking in the water and fishing. I don't even know. I might have to put something there so we can't walk there anymore. See, now you're supposed to walk there now. There's no nap nest there. But there's fish in there. If they ever stopped walking in there, you could see the little fish. And they're circling around. See, there's one right now. There he goes. A couple of them. They're walking around in there. But you got all the food in here. You can harvest. There's a bunch of different things you can go over here. And got the vines up growing everywhere. I gotta put vines on the ceiling too. I'm not done with that yet. This goes down to a little water collection area to which they have pipes that collect the rainwater and filter it out and bring it down into there, and they use it mainly to water the plants. This is the person's little house for their take care of the greenhouse. I have not I'm not done doing the NPC for this one. So there's that one. I gotta do that still. Yep, that happens when you have too many companions. They just frickin' you're loaded out all the way. There's just too many of them. This right here, this whole complex I've made right here, and then this is the actual warehouse for the little city area that would be your settlement. Dang it. Every time. I don't even know why it pushes me all the way that way. I should put their marker like over there or something. Ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So this is like the storage area. Not done yet. I gotta take care of the metal still. I gotta fix the mesh on that so it doesn't seep through to the outside. It's supposed to be dark. It's clear, but it's not. I gotta work on that. Some toolboxes here to work on. These are some barrels I've been working on. More cash registers. I have, you can't see it right now, but I've made some of my own boxes. Red Rocket, stuff like that. Freshwater barrels. These are meshes I made for the barrels. To do the purified water in for storage. There's my cram boxes, my bland fill boxes. Various different foodstuffs that I created. The Twinkies, the moon pies. There's some pork and beans, some Campbell's soups, some sea rations. I did a couple cram cans too. It was different, and then did the sea ration crate. I gotta work a little bit more on that. I don't like the way that looks, but it's hard getting that look on the cases and not have it look weird in the texture. So, and over here I made some of these cases. I'm not even sure why that's like that. That shouldn't be like that. I don't know how they did that. Cause that's a mesh in its own. I'm not sure how it got flipped like that. I have to look. See why it's like that. They're all supposed to look like this. And it's just, these are just meshes that are sitting there and they, oh, that should not do that at all. Huh. Made some new textures for the hampers, so you got a little bit of a variety in here. There's supposed to be a blue one, but I'm not too keen on colors, so I gotta work on that one. But yep, there's just a bunch of other storage and stuff they've collected from around the city, so you can add into your stuff, and it all has loot in it. So even over here is your supplies for your settlements. It has all the unique stuff all done up here. So you can just come over here and grab what you need. It's supposed to be like a little warehouse thing, if you will. Oh, ammo crates down here. Oh yeah. And your ammo boxes down there. So get back up out of here before I have any. Before I have to. I don't know why those meshes are doing that. They should not do that. They were brand new meshes, statics. So, that I'll have to look into. There's little quirks you find here and there. That didn't do it before. Oh, this is the Adam Cat's place that I did out. I did have a vendor that was out here. But for some reason it kept messing up that like it wouldn't speak any of its dialogue after a while. It said it the first time, but it didn't say it after that. So then I had to eliminate it on the outside. And then I put it in here on the inside. So you come in here. This is like the entrance for it. And down. First lower level. Got your my newly textured pool tables. Yep, different colors, nice variety. And then you have this area over here. Cafe. That guy is a vendor. No dialogue though. Yeah, there we go. Then this is the main vendor right here. He'll ever step up. The guy, like literally, I can't get the guy to stay over here. Like, I don't know. I don't know what his business is. But I just, yep. Yep. Good. And the reason I have the issue with it is because if he stands here, then you can properly access his inventory. But if he's over here, he can't. I can see he floats off the ground. So we're going to have to check that out. I'm not sure why he's floating on the ground. Some strange stuff. We're just going to move on. We're going to move on. Like I said, it's been over a year since I last worked on this, so got a bunch of weightlifting stuff, some track stuff, got the locker rooms over here. I set up a few vendors in here and I had some, they worked fine at first and then I had issues with them, so there's a couple I had to take right back out redo and I just never got around to it because I couldn't get it out. It's just like, this is all the places, pretty much. Got some custom beauty salon stuff. Yeah, we got all this stuff. what I wanted to do for it. Just over there. And then the last part was this area right here. Alright. There we go. Let's say, what is this not working now? I know I set that up. And this is their workshop area. Got the stash right there, takes care of everything. Now you got workbench there, workbench there. Yep. My custom textured cabinets. I got tired of the same colors, so I did some others back in the day. Got me new textures, chemistry station, yeah. Okay. And this guy right here. When you have the right things, it's supposed to make you allow you to. It will allow you to make. You gotta have certain perks for it to work, but this allows you to make power armor parts. You know, but you gotta have the perks for it. Again, this one does not. And then this is a custom set that's supposed to be custom set. I don't know why it says steel on it. I don't know why I'm saying steel on it. But what in the baby Jesus is this? Ain't no way. Ain't no. We got a ball busy here. Ain't no way. That is crazy. That is crazy. I'm wondering how she got in here. That's a cool hairdo, bro. Okay. That would. Okay. Alright, that's really strange. Yeah. She's not supposed to be here. I'd say some things, yeah. That is supposed to be your power suit, and it's marked as red, and it shouldn't be. And I'm still wondering why she got, like, I don't know what you got going on there, girl. What you got going, I mean, that is a hairdo. I mean, to each his own, but, yeah. Definitely something going on with the outfits. Definitely something going on with the outfits. Let us get out of here. We can put that away. We don't need that. Let's get up here for the rest of them. Start getting in our way. Okay, that was. I'm gonna have to. Which way they come in? I can't even figure out which way I came in. Let's just go out. Let's get out of here. It's creepy. Oh, yep. Oh, yeah, this is Trailer Mike. This is like the guy in the community that nobody wants to go near his home. And, I mean, I'm gonna find out some surprises in here, probably. Okay. Trailer Mike's bed. Oh, yeah. Trailer Mike likes doing some things. guy. He's that guy of the community.
What's up?
Nothing. And then a few more things out here. There's a wasteland shipping there, which isn't. Some of it's in there, some of the merchants are in there, but I'm not fully done yet. This is not done out yet. I need to finish that. Again, there's more crops here, water collectors. There's fishing here. You can't get them now. You walk to the side. There is there's another factory over there. And then over here is, this is the tavern I was working on. That's a highway there. I try to reuse as many assets as possible in the vanilla, so that it doesn't make the. So we got this going here. We got tavernist. See if he's gonna cooperate properly. Yeah, no. Yeah, let's see what you got. Better to get things working. Kinda. Maybe not. Yeah, no. He's not gonna. Get over in your. Get over there. Let's corner him over there. Get over there so we can get over there so we can get our drinks. I don't know why he does this. No. Well, I can't see what you have because you're over here. It's ridiculous. Exactly. So you need to get back over here where I can order the drinks. And I'm gonna have to set it to where like they just don't leave. We're gonna have to find them right here. Like, get over here. I don't know what's going on. This is seriously like, this is how it happens. In testing, everything works out just fine. And then a while later, things just go wonky. Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. He's just not. Are you gonna go? Get him over there. Closer over your thing. We're not close enough. The settings are weird. I don't know why it's doing that. But he should have a full inventory of like food and beverage. I don't understand why he's not. Why he's not going over there. Get over there. Get over there. Get over there. He's just gonna push his way back up. Get over there. Get over there. Still not. Anyhow, whatever. I don't know why it's not working right this second. I don't care. It don't matter to me. I'll work on it later. I wasn't done with this project yet anyway. I was just doing it for the filler. There should be like 4 options. Not just one. I'm not understanding what's going on with that, but alright. Must be one of the other mods. Not working well. Because vanilla, when I just run it and tested it, it runs fine, so. Capital Alley. We'll porch up there for him. We're out of here. Oh yeah, we're gonna show you this over here at the Daycon. It's stuck. There we go. go to check on this on this stream. I believe Bedford is not on the line. No, I can't. Oh, it is. But I don't think the rest of that is. It isn't. So, then we gotta go check out Red Rocket. This is my Red Rocket rebuilt. It I use it a lot more, especially if I have Sanctuary built up. I will use Red Rocket instead for a base instead of Sanctuary. So I usually build up there just for myself or any companions that I have. Sometimes, most of the times, I just send all the companions either back to Sanctuary or somewhere close. See, now with the Diamond City settlement, I can send people there also. Okay. That's fine. I'm in testing. So, yeah, that's fine. So this is out of my other mod. Pulaski shelter stashes. I can't remember the name of it. I made that like a long while ago. So those are placed at every major settlement spot. Then I modified the gas station a lot, so you pull out of the oil pump and the coolant out of the coolant pump. These respawn. Both of them do it. And I tidy up in here. Put some doors on. Oh, excuse me, man. Sorry about that. And I modified, added a few things here and there. Add some goods. Switch some things around. Added a basement to it. A workshop area. Retextured cabinets again. I went with the gray this time. The new color stands out too much, so I'd rather have the faded gray like this. The fog's, you're still going to see fog down here because for me it's the whole world, so. And then, came down here. And then I added some stuff. This is a big water pump right here. Got a power box, you can essentially just throw it up. There's a, we'll tuck down there. There we go. This is probably gonna send me in a weird state also. Yep. If you know the movie. So this is kind of set up a little bit for, yep. Oh yeah. They're probably gonna just trash this is the bathroom. Just like a little shelter, storm shelter bunker thing that they set up. Basically for boozing. Back pre-war. They have all the tanks, they have the coolants and all that other stuff in it and tidied up back here, add some cement. Made it look a little bit better. Added a backup transformer. Whatnot. Changed out the stuff a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah. I'll give you a quick peek. These are basically, the lore on these was, there was a Pulaski executive who was embezzling money, and basically what he was doing was his family lived in Boston, so he was setting a bunch of these up all over the place while he was installing other Pulaski shelters. And then he made these into secret shelters, so no one could get into Pulaski shelter. You had to have the key. That was locked. I unlocked it already previously. You need to have a little setup like this. Here's just a basic setup. Just basic. Complete little dining area. And again, reutilize assets. This keeps the stuff ice cold, you know. I already took some water out of there, so that's probably why it's screaming at me. Let's go right here. Let's go all. Make some beans. Come down here. That's where I got all the water from. It's right there in that. My other mod gives you an aluminum can back when you drink them. The survival mod that gives you those workbenches, basically, it gives you like empty containers from the meds and shit like that and stuff like that, so that you can go through and you can take them and make more and stuff. Just a little stuff right here. Now this one in particular, set by the Red Rocket, there's a this guy had a custom set of T-45 made, Patriot T-45, which at the time when he was doing it was the only suit of power armor he could get a hold of, even being a rich person, extremely rich executive. And so the chest piece for it is in that box right down here with a note that comes with it with a little lore. And then all the modifications are in that cabinet. And you come over and bam, you got a full set of T-45. This T-45 actually acts like X-01 armor, so for defensive strength and everything else, it's pretty much the same equivalency. So. And that's just all these are. And there's various of these across. There's the Bedford Doge and all that. So. And there's various ones of those located all over the Commonwealth, mainly near settlements. So it gave a player, if they didn't choose to do settlements, it gave them a player home that was out of the elements. So in case they were playing survival mode like I do. And then this is my landscaping mod that it took me a couple of years to finite out. Get the fog right, get the trees right. I am using a couple of tree assets from another mod author I got permission from. But the rest of these are just vanilla trees that got retextured. That's pretty much it. I just changed some of the textures up on them and you see the fireflies growing. I'm using that mod too.
Go get 'em, boy.
Pretty cool. Yeah, maybe not go get 'em, boy. Oh, it's a snake. Oh yeah, get 'em, boys. Get 'em. Get that snake. planted some willow trees and whatnot around Sanctuary. Got that all. And it gives a nice little look too. I mean, the atmosphere really comes alive. You wouldn't even know this was Sanctuary when you came rolling into it. It does not look anything like it, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it look overgrown, but not too overgrown, because you're still got to build in the area. So you want to kind of have some of the area open to build at. Now, I have a build area and sandboxes mod that I did that increases all the sizes of all the vanilla settlements and reworks the sandboxes so that the settlers will go everywhere, fix nav meshing when needed, straightened up and disabled any garbage that would be out of it, that would be in the way and whatnot. So, sorry about that interruption. The dog's here. So, kind of get it. Let me see if I can get over here. Yeah, I know I'm exhausted. I'm trying to. I don't think I got a bed over here. I do not think I set up one. I don't. I honestly don't. No. There's another workbench. Reloading bench of mine that I did. That makes up stuff. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the do. Okay. Furniture, we're just gonna go to the first one. Yep. Maybe. And then we're gonna sleep till. Yep. Now, like I said, the weather I have tweaked myself. I've made my own mod. I'm using 2 other weather mods, or so, but I mainly have tweaked it myself so that you're not getting too many sunshine days. You still get sunshine days, but not like normal.
That pistol down, babe. Lay that pistol down.
I think my internet just did a little hiccup again. Did that earlier too. I don't know why. Alright. Let's check everything. Everything's back. We're back. We're back. That's the internet hiccup. That's how I was having issues with earlier. I got start. Oh, excuse me. I have Starlink, so not sure what's going on with that. Solar storms, I don't know. I've been having problems with that recently with my stuff going out. It could just be on my end, or could be. Back to it. We'll finish up here because I know it's not liking it too much. So this is pretty much this landscaping mod. I'm pretty happy with it because it gives me wanted to get enough of the shrubs in to make it look realistic and not go overboard with it. Yeah. I want to have some of them like way too many flowers and way too many things in there. I wanted a balance between the grasses and I needed the grass to be like, it looked like it wasn't maintained, so I think it turned out pretty good. I don't want too much of a system hit with this. I just want it to look good enough. So I got green vines. Got the bushes. So everything is, yeah. And two, it keeps the rendering down. So instead of the game engine having to render your site further, it's blocking that. So it's giving time for everything to load in and not, you don't see the instant pop where it pops something into the game as you're walking forward. And it goes, boop, there it goes. You know, I don't know why they don't. Surprised they're not attacking. Yep. And then I've been working on some an interior mod that puts interiors all over the Commonwealth, and these are a few of them. I'll be making some more. That's part of a mod that I use that does subways, so we'll get involved over there. And I did the bank here, which that one I took a lot of time on, so let's take a look at that a second before we kick out of here. I already have me a small list of things I need to get fixed up. The main part was trying to test stream today to see how it was going. My lighting is still off. I gotta eliminate the spots. The spotlights that come with that plugin just definitely do not. They don't spot up the light, so it's like they're, yeah, they don't show up right on the wall, so it's like a big circle. I don't like that. So I have to do some different lighting patches. These are also part of, I have a workshop on Nexus that office dividers, put the windows in there. Some of the windows look like, some of them look better, depending on what textures you're using. So the main part is they're solid glass, so I'm happy with that. This is a vending machine. That, for whatever reason, it's not working right now. Huh. Interesting. That works. Huh. I don't know why those are not working right now. That's weird. I have to check that out. It's gotta be a conflict. I'll have to check it out later. Because, these vending machines you're supposed to be able to use pre-war money and I can do that. So, not even gonna go down any further.
Hey, you doggy.
But, yep. Got the bank done up. Got the bank done up. Custom marble assets that I created. Two chandeliers. The lights on. Set off. Yep. For the most part. No, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to play the system game. All I gotta do is show them all. That's alright. I forgot about that. That's okay. I could open as well. But let's head back out. Diamond City one I like to use, so there's a few hiccups in there, that's fine. There's other, you can see what's going on with those. Definitely not updated on my Fallout 4, so there would be no issue there. This does not have updates, so yeah. This looks so much better. Way better. We're gonna go right here along this. See? Never even know it's sanctuary. But I think that's all we're gonna do this time. I have a little bit of a list of stuff I need to check over off screen, and I have a few other things I want to check. And then go from there, 'cause those scripts should be running fine. I'm not sure why they're not. So I will definitely have to see why they are not. Load order and everything should be okay with that. It is at the bottom, so it should be overriding anyway. Check. Let's you know what? Let's do one of these, so we don't need another save made. And then yeah, it should be fine, cause let's go Wasteland. Yeah, it's near the bottom, so it shouldn't be having no problems. It's at 657. So that's right there. There ain't too much other below it. So well, that's it for this stream. I was just doing a quick test and seeing how things worked on Kick. And we will see you back here soon. Hopefully with a lot more of these working. Well, a lot more of what wasn't working. I'm not understanding why some of that stuff didn't work now. It had to have been because a couple mods that I maybe have updated, but I don't see that doing that because I didn't do too many. And I actually removed a lot from my old load order that I just no longer chose to use. So alright, that's it for this stream, and thanks for stopping in and taking a look, and next time we'll get a little more into it, and if I have to, I will eliminate some other mods if need be to get it all working right. Alright, till next time, have fun.